Oh, hello. Hello. You must be the new Portuguese student. Am I right? Yes, I was just waiting for you. So just wait a second until I end to sign here. Okay, that's it. Well, nice to meet you. It's a pleasure. Well, my name is Richard and I am your new Portuguese teacher today. Okay? So tell me, do you have any experience with the Portuguese language, or you are like a total beginner? That's no problem, okay? Don't be shy to answer it. I only have to know it because I really have to know in what level of the language you are for me to prepare the class way better for you, okay? So tell me, what do you think about your Portuguese? Okay, so you think you know some things, but you are a very beginner, right? Okay, that's great. In today's class, well, today's is our first class. So I was thinking to start with some like main differences between Portuguese and English. What do you think? We're not going to be like to dive so deep into these matters, okay? So I'm only going to talk about some curiosities and some things that we will for sure work together, and they are pretty common and pretty simple, but they are actually very hard to apply in our talking and writing, okay? I have some things here. Just wait a second. Do you remember what day is today? Can you tell me? Oh, okay. Yes, of course. Thank you. Well, we can start. The first thing we have here. Oh, you can sit, of course. Sorry. I'm so bad at hosting. You can sit there. Okay. If you want some water, if you want some coffee, you can ask and I'll bring for you. That's okay? Well, okay, you can sit down and we can start. Sorry, I'm kind of fast, you know, I'm kind of nervous to be honest. To be honest, you're my first ever like student of Portuguese language, so I'm kind of nervous. Okay, so please, no noise. Okay. Well, let's see here. The first thing we have is about the subject pronouns. That's very interesting, and it's like one of the most basic and difficult as well as it's basic. So in English, as you probably know, we have like the first person, of the singular. We have I, right? And in Portuguese, I is eu, I, eu. That's eu. And then we have the first person of the plural, right? Which is we. Me and you, we, right? In Portuguese, we say nós, N-O-S, nós, right? This works like the same. The hardest part starts here when we go into the second person. In English, and the subject pronoun has only the second person, and there is no difference between the plural and the singular, right? Different from the last one, which were I and we. We have only you, yeah. But in Portuguese, we do have differences between the plural and the singular. So we, not we, I'm sorry, you, and the singular is você or tu. We have these two types. The most usual is você, V-O-C-E, with an accent. Okay, so VOCE or TU, too. This is you, me, you. But when we're talking about plural, we have vocês. We add MS. VOCE with an accent and S. VOCE with S. Vocês. So if there were other students here, it would be vocês. You, você, vocês. Plural and singular, right? So, eu, tu, nós, vocês, right? Yes, you were so good at it. You are getting so well. So, that's the difference, okay? When we go to the third person, there's also a little bit of differences. Well, in third person of the singular in English, we have the variations of he, she, and it, right? He for male, she for female, and it for animals and things in general, objects and everything. But in Portuguese, we only have he and she, or ele, he, and ela. She, ele, ele, which means he, ela, or she. Okay, that's it. But when we go to it, in Portuguese, we do not have like a subject pronoun for things, objects, or animals. And that's one of the hardest things of Portuguese. Every single word, every single noun in Portuguese has gender. Yes, that's kind of crazy, I know, for non-Portuguese speakers, but it's kind of, I don't know, common for us. We do have gender on words. So when you say, for example, the notebook in English, the pen, you say the, right? Which has no gender, it's it, right? If you are going to refer to the pen and to the notebook, you say it is written here. It is blue, right? But in Portuguese, as I said, we have genders and nouns. So this in Portuguese is notebook. Oh, wait. In Portuguese is caderno. Caderno. C-A-D-E-R-N-O. Caderno. Well, caderno, it ends with O, and this is not a rule, okay? But regularly, like, it's common that words that ends with an O are likely to be male, gendered nouns. So this is right. Caderno is o caderno. O caderno. The caderno, the notebook, o caderno. It is written. Ele está escrito. If I was going to say in English, it would be he is written. He, the notebook. Yes, for us in Portuguese, the notebook is he. Also, the pen is she. Ela é azul. She is blue. Because we don't have it. The pen, or caneta, C-A-N-E-T-A, is a female noun. It ends with an A, caneta. And that's not a rule again, but almost always is right. Caneta, she, in Portuguese. So we don't have like a neutral for objects. Everything has nouns, has genders, right? So the table is a mesa is a. So if it's a, it's a she word of male word. So the book is on the table. O livro está na mesa. Ela está aqui. She is here. Or, in English, it is here. In Portuguese, she is here. That's confusing, I know, but that's how it works in Portuguese. And that's one of the most difficult things for English speakers to understand. So we can go ahead, right? So that's it, the third person of singular. We have he, she, it, and in Portuguese, ele, ela, only. And in the plural, we have they in English, right? While in Portuguese, we have eles or elas. Why two ones? Because, as I said, in English, it's neutral, right? They. It applies to he, to man, to female, to male, and to the it things, or to the objects and everything that it's it. Well, as I said, we don't have it in Portuguese, so everything is he or she. And then we have also eles, which would be his, as if it was a plural, and she's, if it was a plural too, like adding a as plural, right? So we have eles for like a group of things or people, and elas for groups of things or people. If there is a group of women, we say elas. If there is a group of men, we say eles. But what if we're talking about objects or anything? Well, if there is like a mix of male and female, person, people, or nouns that are male or female, we use eles. So our neutral, which for you is they, are actually the male third person, eles. So if there is 10 men, 10 women, and 1 man, when we're going to say, to use the third person of the plural, we say eles in male gender. Even though there is only 1 man and 10 women, the neutral in Portuguese is eles. And that's kind of a discussion and something that people are trying to change in our language, because we do not have a good word for neutral things in general. And of course that apply for literally genders of person, of people. So that's something that is being discussed, to include an actually neutral subject pronoun in Portuguese, as you have they, right? Because eles is the neutral, but it also is for male, so the neutral is the male. Yes, so that's kind of controversial. Okay, well, that was a very long class, right? So I'm going to check this, and we're gonna dive into it in another classes, okay? But the next I want to talk, and the last one for today, because I talked too much, sorry for that, is the verb to be. Verb to be. Well, this is something we in Brazil we learn a lot in English, and there's a tiny little big difference, because verb to be is like one of the most essential verbs, right? But in Portuguese, the verb be are actually 2 verbs for us. Okay, so be turns into ser ou estar. Yes. Be, ser, estar. It's the same. But when we use ser and when we use stars, when do we use ser and when do we use star? Well, I'm going to tell you the difference. Ser is like for, I was going to say what you are, but that's not going to work. It's way simpler in English and I do prefer, but like a feeling. When you are feeling happy, you are happy, you are angry, you are scared, right? You está, você está assustado, scared. Você está, você está feliz. It's like a state of being, you know? Like, I am happy, eu estou feliz, but maybe I'm not going to be anymore, like, tomorrow. I'm happy right now, but tomorrow maybe I'm not happy. I will not be happy, because it's a state of being, and for state of being, we use estar. It's something that right now you are, but it's something changeable. Not that the other word, it's not changeable, but maybe you will understand. Ser, the other one, right? Talked about estar. No, ser is for like, I am a guy. Eu sou garoto. This is not okay. This is what I am. It's not like a state of being. I am curly haired man. Eu sou homem de cabelo cacheado. Curled hair man. Well, eu sou because it's something about me that's not gonna change. It's about me. It's not a state of being like tomorrow. Okay, if I put some product, I can lose my hair. But did you understand? Like, it's different from a state of being. It's something that I am. Or maybe you are very smart. Você é inteligente. Mas o é, it's another conjugation of the verb ser. É, you are, você é. Eu sou, I am. That's so confusing. Yes, because the verb to be, we have I am, eu sou. We have you are. In Portuguese, você é. Only an E with an accent. Ele, he or she or it is. Well, is. É too. So, você é, ele é, ela é. Or in English, you are, he is, she is. In Portuguese, it's the same. É. And in the plural, eles, elas, or they, you use are too. We use são. It's the plural, são. The verb conjugations in Portuguese are terrible for understanding. So we have I am, eu sou, you are, você é, ele é, he is, ela é, she is. They are, eles são. E nós, we are. In Portuguese, nós somos. Another conjugation. Yes, that's hard. So, again, ser, it's é. Você é lindo. You are beautiful. Because that's not a state of being. You are always beautiful. Okay? So, it's ser. Você é. A conjugation of ser. You got it. hope you did. Well, it's enough for today. I know it's a lot of information. I hope this class was a good class for you. Well, you can go back tomorrow, okay? I'm gonna check your presence today. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow, right? So if you enjoyed the class, please don't forget to give me the feedback in the reception, which is giving me